Today, I want to introduce you to one of the greatest liars of all time. And I mean, this liar can manipulate you. It can put you down. It can tell you that you ain't good enough. It'll take you down rabbit holes that'll drive you into a mental institute if you let it. And that liar is your mind. What's going on, world? Brian Wright here, and you're now tuned into the Brian Wright Radio Show, where we offer value in the form of content that'll help you change your mindset, change your life, and become the best version of yourself. No matter what religion, race, creed, sexual orientation, none of that stuff matters, because at the end of the day, we're all the human race. My goal is to tap into this source and deliver this message, and hopefully you can gain something from it and apply it to your life and take it out into the world, and you can serve it and make it a better place than we found it. That is the purpose of this channel. I thank y'all for being here. So today I had problems with my computer where I had to call Apple because I couldn't record in my recording software, Logic Pro. And come to find out, of course, it was user error, and all I had to do was restart my computer. So I started a little late, but we're here now. That's all that matters. Today, I thought about all the lies that I've been told and that I've seen people tell throughout my childhood. The environment that I grew up in, people didn't really keep their word, and it showed in their results. And year after year, it was nothing but frustration because it was a revolving door. Nothing ever changed, and the same thing happened year after year. And I believe that they had good intentions, but it felt even better to lie to themselves on why they couldn't do it instead of take action and get it done. And then I thought about all the lies that I was told growing up about how I didn't have my father in my life, so I wouldn't be anything, about how no one ever does anything above the norm, so don't even try, how this is what job that you settle for, and no matter what, work this job until the day that you die, even though it's just giving you enough money just to get by. And I'm grateful that I didn't listen to any of those lies, but that tells you how powerful a lie actually is. You see, I made it out, but there were certain people that didn't, and they chose to believe those lies. And looking at their lives now compared to mine, it's night and day. Because I chose not to believe the lies that was in my environment, and I chose to challenge myself and go against the grain, I reached heights in my life that I never would have even thought that I would have reached. I've been to some beautiful places. I've ate some of the best foods. I've seen some of the most beautiful places in the world, just because I chose to not believe those lies. If you look up the definition of a lie in the dictionary, it's very vague. So we're going to go with the definition of a liar. It says that a liar is someone who tells lies. Still not really clear, right? So let's look at the synonym of it. The synonym of the word liar means deceiver, fibber, or someone who doesn't tell the truth. And those that have been involved in a lie, whether big or small, can tell you how devastating it can be. It's been said that a single lie, especially when discovered, can significantly damage trust, hurt relationships, and potentially impact careers or reputations. Not just affecting you, but those you love also. So that tells us how impactful a lie can be. But today, I want to introduce you to one of the greatest liars of all time. And I mean, this liar can manipulate you. It can put you down. It can tell you that you ain't good enough. It'll take you down rabbit holes that'll drive you into a mental institute if you let it. And that liar is your mind. Now, I know I'm not the only one who battles with this every day. I'm talking from the time that I wake up and before I even get to think about my goals. There it is. It's telling me why to stay asleep all day. It's telling me why not to go to the gym. It's telling me why not to do these videos. It's telling me why not to explore with new things that I can do to upgrade my content. It's telling me how the 4,000 hours is a long way away. It comes at will. And it's my job to combat that through my actions, because it is only through actions that we can prove that our mind is a liar. Therefore, if year after year you're saying that you are going to do something, and at the end of every year you don't do it, you are lying to yourself, and your mind is in complete control and it has a hold on you. And when it is in control and you are not in control of it, you are going to live a very hard life. And that's because our minds are programmed to be negative. We live in a very negative world. Look at everything that's selling now, that's going crazy, that got all the numbers and all the views. It's all the negative things because that's what sells. People always expect it to go bad before they expect it to go good. That's why when you meet people and they tell you about a bad story, they can go into detail about it. But when they tell you a good story, they tell you, oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. But when they're doing bad, oh, I'm lacking in money. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, the doctor said I only got this amount of time to live. And the cycle repeats over and over again. Therefore, it is in our best interest every day that we wake up to be prepared to go to war with our own minds, because our minds are going to remind us of why it can't be done. Our minds are going to remind us of our backgrounds. Our mind is going to remind us of the environment that we came from. Our mind is going to remind us about what our peers said about us. And that's because the mind doesn't think about success. The mind thinks about safety. And when you go out of that element, the mind thinks that it's keeping you safe when really it's keeping you in the same situation, but it disguises it in the form of comfort. And I once heard Bob Proctor say that the comfort zone is where the dreams go to die. So if you have been dealing with this, I want to tell you that your mind is a liar. You are who you think you are. You can do what you think you can do, but you just have to prove your mind wrong by moving in that direction. The mind tried to get me today. It'll come out of nowhere to not do a video. It was so many obstacles in my way today. And I could have been like, I could take a break. And then my last video did pretty decent. So that could give me some comfort and make me go, the last video did good so I can rest. No, I can't rest. I have to keep going. I have to keep showing up for my audience. I have to keep showing up for myself. I have to keep showing up so that I can prove the mind wrong that I can do this. So don't let it trick you out your spot. I once heard somebody say that God's war is not with the devil. It's against our mind. And what he's doing is trying to convince us that we have greatness inside of us and that we can control our reality. But that inner voice that we call the devil, I don't care what you call it, it's constantly in there criticizing you. It's constantly battling with you. You could achieve that goal. That's not the hard part. The hard part is convincing yourself and believing in yourself that you can do it. But are you ready? Because it's going to be an all-out fight. And you're going to have to bring everything you got. And you're going to have to show up every day. And you're going to have to give it your all. Because the only way you can beat this is through action. A positive mind cannot be bought. It can only be rented. But the rent is going to be due every day. So every day, you're going to have to bring deposits in the form of positive thoughts that you can use to combat that inner voice. Because not talking back to it and not getting into action is letting it win. I want you to think about this. The life that you literally want right now is behind the lie that you keep telling yourself about why you can't do it year after year. And if you just have a little bit of courage, a little bit of faith to challenge it, the things that you could get done, trust me, I know through experience. The question is, are you ready to prove it wrong? Put in the comment section, I'm going to prove it wrong. And subscribe to my channel, because if you follow me, I guarantee, give me a little bit of time and you're going to prove it wrong. And in a little while, you're not even going to recognize yourself, because that's how it works. Change your mindset and change your life. That's literally all you need to do. I appreciate y'all for listening. This is the Brown Right Radio Show. Gone.